Wait, what? You're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. Right? Oh my god. You're kidding me. I spent like a dozen hours routing this entire damn thing around the premise that I only get 3 full heals, just like in the other boss rushes. And then they just mix up the rules and it's like, oh, by the way, you get full inventory restorations. That trivializes this. God damn it. That completely throws all of my routes away. The difference between this and Master Quest is considerable. This is built on the Master Quest ROM, but with other changes, just like Master Quest was built on the Pro Mode ROM. So it's more fair and balanced, but has a different new content in a lot of it. The reward is probably not worth it. Yes, I'm gonna continue. If I had known that I would get a full inventory restoration between each boss, then I thought I had to do it with a single inventory of items. I'm actually really, really mad that I don't. Because now it's so easy! Now it's so easy! I come up with this awesome strategy. Using... whatever. Well, since the game decided to make it easy, let's just do it. This should not be a challenge. That's not true. It will still be a challenge, but... yeah, these are the super bosses. These are the super bosses. They have a lot of HP. I was supposed to block that attack, and we've already lost. Okay. Well, he woke me up, so it's fine. I just took extra damage. Okay, recoil red. Bonk the tree. I'm so mad about that. Ugh. You're buffing his attack. It's important to block this. I did not block that. That's bad. I'm not doing a good job of this. I might have to heal. Because we are doing a bad job of actually getting, oh right, no wonder I'm taking so much damage. I'm supposed to go into this fight... I'm supposed to go into this with no SP. I forgot. I'm supposed to go into this with no SP. And I have SP. No wonder I'm dying. Okay. I completely forgot I'm supposed to have 0 SP here. Let's just drain my SP with smooches. I'm just so mad because I put so much effort into coming up with perfect strategies, and then the game's like, lol, your strategies don't actually matter. Also, we're completely off script, so we are beyond completely off script. I need Cloud9, so I'm just gonna smooch Cloud9. We'll be taking less damage now, because we're below half SP. But we won't be taking even less. Thing is, my strats... that completely throws half of my strats out the window anyway. Because, like, I was assuming I would be able to guarantee a full heal before certain fights. And that includes SP also. So, like, my strats don't even work! Because I'm not gonna get full SP regeneration, which means my dark cakes are gonna be useless. This is actually worse. I actually have to reroute because I get full inventory restorations instead of full health restorations. Cause I can't do the Tutton Koopa strat like I normally would. Because I was expecting for Tutton Koopa to be fully healed, but I'm not gonna have full SP. For Tutton Koopa, it's really, really important to have full SP. Oh my god, it's also so important for Huff and Puff too, though. That's even worse. Like, that's even worse. Oh god. What do I do for Huff and Puff? Because I don't have time in the Crystal King fight to use a full heal on turn 1. Because the Crystal King fight is too tight. So I actually have to reroute. I'm actually mad. I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't even want to do this because I spent so long routing something and the game just twisted the rules. I don't want to finish this. Because I actually can't. That's the thing, I can't. That should have gotten rid of his boost, but it didn't. I guess I'll just power bomb. It's like throw all my strats out the window. Right, he's immune to... That's why I power shelled. Smooch again. Hi, Griff. I don't know how much you heard, but if you were around, but yeah. My strats got completely thrown out because the game completely changed the rules on me. I mean, I guess it's my fault for not checking, but how was I supposed to know? I thought I did. We can kill Red Goomba. I'm gonna check to see if I get a full... If there's a full heal, too. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, it did, Griff. In case you didn't hear, I routed everything based on the assumption that this boss rush would work exactly like the other two boss rushes, which is, you get 3 heals in between each fight, or like 3 full heals in between fights, and that's it. You can choose which fight, like after which fights to get a full heal, and that's it. But instead, it's like, no, you get full inventory restorations, and I don't think you get a full heal. And that's really bad for my strats, because my strats are contingent on getting a full heal. To fully heal my SP for Dark Cake usage. And if I cannot use Dark Cake, I can't do this. Oh, he charged. Cool, whatever. We were off script anyway because I went in with SP and wasn't paying attention. Yeah, we went off script on that fight on turn 1, so let's actually do this as we're supposed to. We need no SP. There we go, now I've got no SP. Because yeah, if we do not get a full heal, then I'm just screwed for Crystal King. If we do not get a full heal between fights, because I don't see how I'm gonna beat Crystal King. Because Crystal King is by far the hardest. Like, the thing is, Dark Bowser is not hard. With the only reason Dark Bowser's hard, but the only reason he would have been a major threat would be because I would have very limited items. But with all my items, Dark Bowser's not a problem. But the problem is Crystal King. Because Crystal King, you're on a time limit. It's so tight. The damage needed, it's really, 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 really rough. So, like, I might be forced to farm a full heal of SP at the end of Huff and Puff. But I don't see how that's going to be possible. Because my Huff and Puff route, like, Huff and Puff is a very, very hard fight also. And that's the problem. So I'm just gonna have to completely reroute Crystal King. But without the Dark Cake, I'm gonna be taking more damage and doing less. And that is really bad. Because, like, I can Jelly Ultra, but the buff from the Dark Cake is what's so, so vital. And without that buff, I don't know if it's gonna be possible to beat Crystal King. I'm gonna have to do, like, a perfect Crystal King fight. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make a single mistake. Because Crystal King EX was already hard, like, impossibly difficult beforehand, and that was just doing him. I had less stuff then, but still. Yeah, instead of giving you full heals, I will instead give you full inventory restorations. Wait, so I think he means I get 3 full inventory restorations, not 1 between fight, but 3 full inventory restorations. But the full heal is more important, damn it. So yeah, I don't get full heals. I get full inventory restorations. So I need to just completely regroup. Like, for Tut and Koopa, it's not that big of a problem. It completely throws a wrench into everything. Because, like, when I can just get the Koopa Bros down to a single Koopa Bro, like Yellow or something, and then I can just farm a full bar of SP, and then just kill Tut and Koopa. Like, just like, Jelly Ultra, and then kill the guy with my partner. And that's fine. That'll do Tut and Koopa. Because I'll still be able to Dark Cake. But for Crystal King, because that's the next problem. Like, everything else, I don't need an inventory or full heal. But Crystal King is a problem. Because, like, on Bowser, that's also fine. On Bowser, it's fine. Because for Bowser, I can just, like, the Dark Cake isn't going to be that important. But for Crystal King, that's the problem. Without the Dark Cake on Crystal King, like, if I just replace that Dark Cake with an Ultra Shroom, do I have enough damage? Let's think. 6 turns of dealing 2 less with Mario. Because, like, presumably I'll... Because it's also the defense buff, and the defense buff was really, really important, too. I think if I reroute Crystal King, this is possible. But honestly, I'm not even sure I want to, because, like, it's not going to be that hard. Knowing I get full heals, not having to save items. Because the thing is, all of my routes for these bosses were designed around... were routed around beating the bosses in such a way that I keep enough items like, for the other things, but the other bosses not... Having all my items for EX Dark Bowser means it's literally just fight EX Dark Bowser. Having all... And all the other bosses are free. It literally comes down to Crystal King and EX Dark Bowser. Like, okay, I died to Goomba King because I wasn't paying attention, I wasn't caring anymore, but like... The other ones are so heavily scripted that I pretty much can't lose. And Crystal King is the only one that's hard. And EX Dark Bowser... the Fire Flowers is just how many items I have. I've got 20 items out of 20 items. It's my max. And EX Dark Bowser is just fight EX Dark Bowser with a specific badge set loadout, which I already put on the badges I need for EX Dark Bowser. So it's just fight EX Dark Bowser with 20 items. So it's not actually challenging. So I'm actually tempted to just use cheats and just see what the reward is, because I don't... The game robbed me of any enjoyment of doing this. And I see no reason to do this. Because now it's just going to come down to do Crystal King, but he's even harder. Because I can't route specifically for Crystal King. Unless I change badge loadouts. But that means I would have to reroute for everything, and I don't want to do that, so... We're just gonna cheat. I want to know what the reward is. Hold L to make your attacks deal 99 damage. I want to know the reward is. I completely agree, it should be in the original game. Oh, does it only work with Mario's attacks? Oh, or am I'm not holding L. I forgot what button L was. Whatever. Okay, let's just check. Let's say full restore in inventory. Yeah, no full heal. No full heal. It just restores my inventory, which is worse than a full heal for me. Because my entire strat around having Dark Cake is ruined. Well... I wanna know what the reward is, so I guess we'll just cheat. Excuse me? Is Black immune to cheating? Well, I'd get in here. His defense is too high, that's why. I mean, I'm using the cheats. When you get the Rainbow Stone, and you get cheats that let you do 99 damage. So I'm just cheating, because now I'm mad. The game made me mad about completely twisting the rules on me, so I'm giving the game 0 respect. It's funny. It's not even gonna be enough for some bosses, because they've got so much HP. Actually, I'm going to use Cloud9 here. I'm curious about the reward is. I don't feel like doing this. Because it's gonna take me so long to go through all the effort to reroute, and I just don't want to spend all that time. So I'm just curious now. Because I could do it. I put all the effort into routing this. I could do it. It's just a matter of how long would it take. How many attempts of getting through the first 7 bosses till I get to Crystal King and die to Crystal King because Crystal King is too precise. It's just Jelly Ultra. Game screwed me. Why am I going again? Hold up. Oh, did I accidentally activate Mario's infinite turns also? I think. Oh, so who's blaring loud music outside? Somebody's blaring loud music outside, and I don't want to listen to it. Alright. That piranha do be like that. Yeah, this guy's the problem. It's, like, impossible to fight this guy. I wonder if Bow does 99 damage, if that'll go through smack. No, okay, it doesn't. Because not being able to Dark Cake here means my damage output is this. It's like, Flame Hammer will only do 10. So that's a lot less damage, but more importantly, I'm concerned about is the defense. Like, yeah, I start taking damage. So this fight is just going to be really hard without auto block. Because that's the thing, this fight is just really, really damn hard. Ironically enough, I still have to, like... I forget what the other cheats were, but there's one to, like, make Mary take 0 damage or something. I don't know. I don't remember what all the cheats are. We'll just switch to Buzzatress, because I've lost respect for this game. I mean, it just makes it so much easier. I was wondering, like, how's anyone gonna beat the EX Boss Rush? It seems so impossible. And then I put all the effort in to make it find a way to do it, and then the game's like, oh lol, it's not actually that hard. We're just gonna twist the rules last second to make it actually easy. And considering that there's stuff like, auto dodge anyway, so it's like... Okay, well, what's my prize? What's my completely meaningless prize? It is extremely possible, and even more so. Okay, you just get a trophy. It's absolutely nothing. I mean, I approve of that, but I'm still mad. I'm still very mad. So whatever. We're done here. This was like 6 hours of time streaming, and the game was just like, nah, you lose. So I'm not even gonna bother. I don't want to taint my file with cheats anyway, so... I mean, I knew it wouldn't be useful. It's the sense of accomplishment. I don't want anything useful. I wanted to do something impressive and challenging, but... I don't want to spend another several hours rerouting the entire script based around the fact that I had a faulty premise going into it. Because, again, Crystal King sucks. Let me tell you the problem with Crystal King. Let me just go over it again, because I don't think I'm really clearing through. I don't think I'm really explaining why Crystal King is so bad. You've got 21 turns, and he's got 200 and, like... Is it 210? Or 230? I think it's 230. but actually, he has, and I think it's 210, but he has 2 heals for 50, which he always uses. So actually, he's got 310 HP, and you have to deal that in 21 turns, which is already very tight. You've got very few attacks that work. Pretty much only Fire Shell and Flame Smash are the only ones that really do any damage. Watt is also useful. I mean, I'll show you. I'll show you right here. Actually, I'll just do the fight. I'll just do Crystal King, and show you why it's so difficult. Without grinding a save states or anything, I'll just show you why Crystal King is so difficult, even with my strat. Like in I devised my strat to make it as easy as possible too. But like, actually no, I'll try it without. I'll try it without. Problem is we're not scripted anymore, so my damage is really low. That's the problem. My damage is super low. So on turn 1, I would use Jelly Ultra because I would need to be at full HP. The problem is his worst attacks freeze you, and they hit your partner, and they're really, really hard to block, and you need to block them. He also has a mechanic where the more damage you take, the lower your HP, the more damage you take, and that's a problem. Also, lag there kind of screwed me a bit. That's not good. So actually, my HP is way too low. That's why the defense buff was also really, really important from the Dark Cake. Because under these conditions, I also don't get the regeneration. I mean, I take less damage because of whatever, but like, it's just... I think I have to set up a Rejuvenate already, because I missed all those blocks. And those blocks were not blocks I could afford to miss. So my damage output is already less because I'm not getting the buff from the Dark Cake. I had Power Pluses on when it came to the when I just did this guy legitimately, I had Power Pluses on and I had my entire inventory and everything designed around beating this guy. And now they've got more stuff and better gear. Like, sure, Dark Power is really good, but the problem is I can only devote a small part of my inventory, my badge setup, etc. to beating this guy, because I have to beat every other boss. And so the game just took away everything that I was using to beat this guy. And it's like, oh yeah, beat him without. So I'm just like, yeah, that's not happening. Because it just destroyed all my options. I'm going to want to probably use the cake this turn. Here's his first Blizzard attack. If I miss that, Mario's out for 2 turns, and when you are on a turn limit, losing 2 turns is extremely deadly when you have a very finite amount of turns to begin with. Probably Ultra Shroom Cake. This should be bits. This should be Standing Blizzard again. But the Standing Blizzard's not the scary one. The scary one is what I dub 3 King Monty. That's the attack that will annihilate me. And that's the one that makes it so hard. Because I need to pay very close attention to his animation, because that determines the timing to use, and there are 3 slightly different subtle timings to use, depending on which one is real or not. This should be Bolt. So yeah, now I am on script, but I'm like a turn behind script. Unfortunately, like. So yeah, we're gonna see Three King Monty here. I think. Why is he doing it on the ground? I didn't get him low enough. Right, I didn't get him low enough. That's the problem. Because I was already off script, my damage output was too low. I just guessed on the timing for that, for the record. I do not know the timing for that particular attack. Because all of his Blizzard attacks have slightly different timings. Problem is also my FP gets pretty low quickly, too. Now it's Standing Blizzard. Yep, see there. Right there. That's what happens if you miss the block. Backup Hustle Spell. This will give Mario his next turn. So this will undo the freeze, essentially, but... Okay, Three King Monty. It's middle. Middle timing. You probably didn't even notice, Griff. But yeah, depending on which one of those is real, it impacts which timing to use. Now, I know right now that the middle one is the real one. No, of course you didn't notice, because it's the sprite layering. The middle... So, he spawns one sprite on top of the real one and one sprite behind him. And when they split, you have to look at the edges and the layering. And the middle one is the real one most of the time. So I know with certainty that this is the correct Crystal King. This is not a guess. He should use a heal here. I need more FP. So we're gonna Ultra Shroom Cake. It took me a long time to figure that out, Griff. Believe me, it took me ages to figure that out. But the thing that's rough is that each one is different timing. The timing on the Blizzard command is either early, late, or extremely late. And if you miss the timing, if you don't know which timing to use and you miss it, you get frozen for 2 turns. And you die, pretty much. And that's the problem. If you don't know what timing to use, you get frozen. And if you get frozen, you lose. Because being frozen is like a death sentence in this battle. Because even if you don't take that much damage, the problem is his HP. Like, even if you don't die, the problem is you're gonna run out of time, because this fight is on a timer. Three King Monty. Middle again. But even knowing the timing, it's still very hard to hit the blocks. Knowing the timing doesn't necessarily help. He'll probably use his other heal here. This is actually going really well, for the record. Like, I started this out of spite, but this is actually, like, a really good attack. This is actually solid. This might win. Maybe. I don't know. You can lose in a second in this fight. That's the problem. Now my SP is too high, so I'm gonna start taking extra damage here. The problem is, I'm gonna have to use another item in this fight. More items than I would normally have to. And that's a problem. I do have enough FP to Hustle Spell if I miss the block here, which is good. I have 5 turns to deal 70 damage. Things I have to heal my FP here because I just don't have enough FP. So again, I guess we'll just use an Ultra Shroom Cake to restore my HP for when I need it. 3 King Monty, which one is it? Left. It's left. Three turns remain. As it stands, I almost don't even have enough time. I've made basically no mistakes, and I'm almost out of time. I mean, I did waste 8 free damage with the Rejuvenate on, like, turn 2, because I missed the block on the bits, but, like... that's just because my damage output is too low. That's why I really needed the extra damage output from the, defense. You're just noticing Buzzitris? You've been in my chat for ages, and you just noticed Buzzitris. But yeah, they added a new partner. 3 King Monty. Which one? Right. It's right. I think I still win here if I miss the block. I missed the block. See? I have 2 turns left, however, Hustle's... Yeah, I still win here. Barely, but I still win. I'll do exactly enough damage. I'll do exactly enough damage. I'm really bad at the late timing, but... See, do you see the problem, Griff? Do you see how tight this was? And I made almost no mistakes? And I still pretty much did not have enough time? Now imagine me making a single mistake in that fight. That was the last turn, and I had exactly enough damage. That's why I think that's by far the hardest fight in the game. Of course, it's trivial if you use auto block, because everyone's just going to use auto block, because nobody wants to actually be skilled at this game. Auto dodge, right here. All of Mary's Guardian is automatic, so now you don't even have to think about it. Very lame badge. That's why it was so important to have the Dark Cake, because the Dark Cake gave me extra defense early on, and extra damage, attack power early on, so that let me do more damage and not have to heal as much. And that's why it was so important. Because without that, it's like, well, a power plus goes a long way, because like Mary gets like 19 attacks, so it's like 19, 20, like, so like even if one power plus, and even if you make mistakes over, you're still doing like 16 or 17 extra damage from just one power plus, and that goes a long way. That's like a full turn less of leeway, but I can't get that because I can't afford it. Now, in theory, I might be able to like get rid of like a defense plus, because I've got some more items, so I don't need as much defense, because I can use more item spam, so I can have more attack power, in theory, but I just don't feel like doing that crap. So as far as I'm concerned, that right there was proof enough that I can beat him, because I just beat him. I beat him under the conditions that I would have had to be, that I would have been under if I was in the EX boss rush. Every other boss up until Crystal King is scripted to the point where losing is basically impossible. I just beat that guy, and then it's just Dark Bowser, which is Dark Bowser, which I've already beaten Dark Bowser. Dark Bowser under those boss rush conditions is just Dark Bowser with all the items, and I'm using the exact same item loadout that I used against Dark Bowser before, and I beat him then, and I've got better badges and items, so there's no point in beating him. So yeah, I win. GG. We're done. We effectively beat the Iggs boss rush without actually beating it. That is my justification. Now, I do want to do a Badgestone and a Greedstone run, but I'm not going to do that for a while. It would be interesting to do that, because it's like, oh, crazy badge loadouts. Maybe. It'd be interesting coming up with strats for those. See how far I can get. But for now, we're done here, because this was a very big disappointment. Thanks for dropping by, Griff and Cinder the Dragon. This will probably be my last solo stream. I might do some more streams before I leave, but I'm leaving Saturday or Sunday for a trip for a few weeks, so... actually, I can't guarantee because yeah, actually, I might do some. Whatever, who knows. I might stream, I might not stream until next time. Who knows.